Hi, it's Pebbles here and I'm back with another channeled video. This video is going to be not a part 2 exactly, but another video with a guest we've had previously, and that is Prince. So he's come back. I didn't have to call him back. He's come back to do another video for us to give us some more of his amazing wisdom, guidance and helpful advice for us about what we can do now and things that can help us, you know, with our life here on earth. So yeah, he's here. He is he's coming tonight again. Purple Rain era. So again, he's showing himself by that lake with the hair and the clothes, the hood shirt, high-waisted pants. He's also kind of played like Let's Go Crazy and 1999. So he came through first as that, but when I asked him to sort of step in a little bit more and show himself to me, he showed himself in more of the Love Sexy Alphabet Street kind of look. So he was kind of like that, black pants, no top. So he was kind of flipping back and forth in between the two. And then he kind of gave me a little glimpse of the You've Got the Look video from years ago with Sheena Easton, that song. So kind of like that look and playing that song. So we're going to get into the video now. I just want to say again, thank you for all who've joined me, for commenting and subscribing, and welcome if you're new to my channel. So we're going to hear what Prince is here for, what he's got to say. I loved his advice last time. I loved what he had to say and what he had to share. It just shows that he's here, you know, he's looking in on, you can see what's transpiring in our world today. So a lot of these people are coming through to assist us and help guide us in all of that. So yeah, let's get into what it is that he has to say and what he's going to discuss first. So yeah, okay, so he's signaling that he wants to talk about relationships, one of the topics he said he does want to discuss. So yeah, he wants to talk about that first, and he's he shared with the image of him and Apollonia by the lake. So yeah, he's wanting to talk about relationships. So let's see what advice he's got for us on that subject. Okay, so we're saying it's part 2 of part 1. So I can remember a little bit about what he said. I know he kept saying courtship and go back to basics, and that a lot of people need to sort of, you know, step it up, pay attention to each other, get off the phone. I remember that, and yeah, be a little bit more sort of gentle-like and go back to the way things used to be. Courtship and spending time together, paying attention to each other. The men to step up a little bit. I remember rightly saying, you know, be more of a gentleman, and ladies, let the men be more of a gentleman and allow him to do things rather than trying to do everything yourself. Just step back a little bit to allow them to come forth, to feel they can maybe, you know, look after you. I know not everybody is like that, but I mean, this is my advice and this is Prince's advice. So that's what I do recall from what he said last time. So let's just hear what it is that he's got to say, you know, this time, to add to that. I think he's going to add to that. Is that right? Okay, so yeah, he's gonna add a little bit into that. Let's see what he's got to say. Okay, so his first word is to persevere with one another. Okay, so he's saying he knows that there's many couples out there who are finding things difficult at the moment, finding things hard. And if I'm not mistaken, he's giving me the feel that he's talking about people who are perhaps divided in opinions about what's going on right now. Perhaps, you know, one believes in something and someone's not really, or seeing what's transpiring, and to, you know, people being pulled apart in that sense, you know, disagreeing on a lot of things, decisions that need to be made right now regarding who should perhaps go to make the decision in what it is that they should take, what it is they should take in regards to looking after and paying attention to the health, putting it that way. Probably know what I mean in regards to that, what's being offered medically over the past couple of years. So okay, he's fair to that. So he's touching on the fact that regardless of divided opinions, because obviously there's a lot of people who have I imagine but I've heard of people that have gone the separate ways because of all this, and he's just saying that don't let issues like that at the end of the day divide you. At the end of the day, what's more important is that you stay together or come together in agreement. But if that's not possible, to compromise on your beliefs, at the end of the day, a lot of us have conditioned beliefs. So what we come to know and what transpires in our lives, a lot of it is just what we've been told and what we've sort of took on. So it's not even sort of like our natural selves. And he's kind of given me that, it's more about finding your own beliefs, coming to conclusions yourself. So using your own intuition, your own inner wisdom, your own common sense. But loyalty at this time is very important. Unity at this time is very important. Don't, he's using the word divide and conquer, so we say, don't let all what's transpiring right now divide and conquer, which is most likely, a beautiful family unit, a beautiful partnership, a beautiful couple, beautiful love. He's just referring to all those kind of things, like relationship wise. Is it really worth letting that go for the sake of and how is he wording it? For the sake of the level of control that's out there, he's using the word controversy. So, and see, that's one of his words. So he's talking about all the controversial topics, people being divided and separated over things like that. What it is that they're in agreement with and what it's not. So that's causing a lot of issues between people, and he's saying, at the end of the day, don't let those outside influences break up. In this instance, he's saying a marriage, but regardless, relationships, he's advising that you come together, come to an understanding over those, and even if you both disagree, compromises can be made. But he's advising to look at the facts, but don't allow that to come between you as a couple. And he's mentioned the words divide and conquer. So I think he just wants people to be, aware of that there's all this going on, that people who were probably once close before all of this are now like completely divided, and a wedge being driven between them. So he's just wanting to mention that, if you're in that position, then try and come to an understanding and compromise, and why let these outside influences and even worldly situations and things like that at the end of the day don't really count for you in your lives, as in these like outside things that you're not going to be able to control anyway. So constantly battling with each other, going back and forth about who's right or who's wrong or what's true and what's not. Is it worth letting a love that's strong for people who are in those positions with, you know, a really strong love, but then these things that are transpiring have, you know, really come between you. So it's those kind of situations that he's wanting to just bring to light. Okay, he's moving a little bit quicker on to each subject now, so now I must talk a little bit about health. So what does he want to say about that? Okay, yes, so he's saying trust in your own health, trust in your own body. He's talking about regardless of the information that's being given, the tools that are being given, use your own intuition and listen to your own body. Practice what you've always done before. Don't allow others to articulate what is best for you. More so, don't allow he's saying a piece of equipment to dictate to you how you are, the condition of your health, and how you feel. And he's given the word mindset. So I'm just going to break that down into what it is that he's saying. So before all of this, what we would do is, you know, if you weren't feeling well, we'd check that we're not feeling well, we'd feel that we're not feeling well, and we'd go on that, and we'd listen, you know, we'd look at our symptoms, and we would go from there and treat it accordingly. So obviously what a lot of people are now doing is they're taking, you know, something on it, and they're looking at a device now to allow that to let them know if you're healthy or you're not, or you're going to get something. And he's saying that, you know, it doesn't work that way. The body doesn't work that way. The illnesses doesn't work that way. He's saying, listen. If you tune in to the instrument that you were given, i.e. the body, that will tell you. So we do often say, like, you know, we go to the doctors and there's times when we get like a lot of signs, and sometimes, you know, we go to the doctors and we get signs that we're not well. So we'll go to doctors, and then maybe a blood test or whatever will show up that, you know, some things are amiss. So that's what he's saying, continue to do it that way, the old-fashioned way he's calling it. So yeah, the way it was before, the way everything transpired. So yeah, don't allow a little thing to dictate to you, well, I'm not well, okay, and then thinking, oh, I'm sick because this little piece of equipment is saying I am. Listen to your body. He's just throwing words at me now. So immune system, build it up, get the right nutrients, get the right vitamins, get the right health advice. So he's saying research, yeah, online, but use your own initiative, use your own intuition, you keep your faculties about you, be aware. So he's using the word awareness. So yeah, he's just saying and making a point of that yeah, before we wouldn't sort of ever do this and look at something to go, okay, that's telling me that, you know, I'm not well. Yeah, he's talking about us learning or carrying on, as it were, because that's what we used to do before, to, you know, not like self-diagnose, but, you know, yeah, listen to our body and look at the signs and feel, because we are kind of like being discouraged to do that now, to not tap into the tools that we've been given. And all of these things are there for us to know or to feel that there's an issue. We don't need something telling us, because once we look at something and it's telling us that, you know, oh, there's an issue, or, you know, oh, you've got this, or you're not well, the thoughts can perpetuate then. And then when you're constantly doing that and you're checking to see if I've got that, your mind's coming around to the fact, oh, is it? And then you're thinking then, okay, you know, I am ill. And then those thoughts can perpetuate, and the symptoms can freely flow in. That's what he's saying. The symptoms can freely flow in. But there is things out there, but you can there's ways of rising above them, he's saying. Yeah, and he's just emphasising health, clean living. Yes, he's shown me soil, fruit, you know, vegetables, you know, growing, which I know a lot of people do now, and growing, you know, our own vegetables and things. So yeah, he's just saying take care of yourself, take care of your health, nourish yourself, go for walks in nature. Yeah, and he's shown me like pets, animals, to connect with them, to stay connected with them. So he's shown me water, sunlight, the sky. So I think he's just saying, and I'm going to check him with him now, but he's just saying, yeah, make sure you get out and about. Fresh, clean air where possible. Go by the sea, grounding, you know, barefoot in the grass, the soil. I'm just asking him, is that everything he wants to reiterate about that? Okay, and he's okay, what else? Let me just ask him what else that he wants to bring in about that. Is there anything else that you want to say about that? Was that right? Is that what you're explaining about grounding, nature? Okay, now he's having a little mess around because he's saying no then. He's shaking his head. That shaking his head gift that he usually uses, now he's saying yeah, he's just laughing. But yeah, he's indicating that, yeah, nature, you know, all those kind of natural things, taking care of your health. Is there anything else that you want to say on that? Okay. Let me just find out what it is that he's saying. What is it that he's saying? Okay, where possible. Yeah, where possible, keep yourself healthy, which will keep you out of the keep you out of the hospitals. That's what he's saying. Okay, anything else on health? Okay, he's just showing me some visuals now. I'm just seeing where he's going with the visuals. So let me just get them from him, and then I'll relay what it is that he's saying. Okay, so yeah, the reason why I stopped is because he's showing me tissues, and he's explaining that, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's explaining that yeah, people are getting the common cold, and then again they're jumping to conclusions about what it is. So a cold symptoms, if they get even just a common cold, now the minds are automatically going towards, okay, this is what it is that I've gotten. So again, he's saying the importance of keeping a positive mindset as well. your mindset is a very large part of keeping healthy as well. So yeah, it's not just the body, but it's the mindset. So yeah, because I mean, if you eat good food and you eat right, but then your mind's constantly thinking, oh, I'm going to get this, I'm going to catch that, and I'm going to, you know, you're going to sort of bring things in anyway, or let's just say, you know, quite a repetitive thoughts of, oh, I'm not well, or if you pretended that you weren't well and you know, you were saying that and doing that, you know, people have brought on illnesses just by even doing that. So yeah, mindset is a really important part of keeping healthy as well, he's saying. So that's something that he is wanting to just point out, and so everyone's might be mindful of that. Yes, that's what he's saying. Even when you're getting the common cold, don't automatically jump to conclusions and be like, okay, oh, this is what it is. It's, you know, that is still out there. So, and he's saying people have forgotten that. Not everyone, but a lot of people have forgotten that. So yeah, I know it's natural to kind of like, you know, get those symptoms and automatically think the worst, but he's just saying be mindful of, you know, keeping a positive mindset. And now, yeah, he's showing me so yeah, I think what he's trying to say is as well is because he's just shown me 2004 and the years sort of racing. So he's just trying to point out that, yeah, just think what it is we did, what it is we practiced, and what it is that we did before, you know, in the years previously. You know, a lot of us are of an age where we, you know, we know how things are spread, and just some of the things that we're being told, you know, isn't or what it is that we're being told to do to combat or prevent you know, what it is that we've been dealing with. Just remember how things worked before, how we did things before. We didn't have to like hide away, we didn't have to, you know, wear anything, you know, over our faces, we didn't have to sort of do anything like that, and we've lived with a lot of other things that are out there that we could catch easily. So he's making a point of that, to just go and have a little think and go back to, you know, how it was before, or just think how it was that we used to do things before, and compare it to what it is we're being now encouraged to do, and just see if that kind of makes any sense. So I think he's just trying to plant a few little seeds there to just kind of like get people to sort of see and go, do you know, do you understand, do you see how things are just not sort of really making, you know, sense in that way, if you're just not like just taking in what it is that you're hearing and being bombarded with the information that you're being bombarded with. If you kind of like not just go with that, but actually think for yourself. And of course, if you are of an age where you can think back to, you know, years previously, how things were always done and how they worked in that sense, and also just be mindful as well of what what the immune system is for, you know, that you know, your protection right there. And of course, yes, sometimes we do also need help with that and need to take things for certain things, but of course, you know, there's other ways that we can build ourselves up, keep ourselves healthy. So we just, you know, want to say be mindful of that. So yeah, this isn't going to be, this is just a video that's just like, yeah, he's going to make some quick fire points. It's not going to be one that's really much about Prince or, you know, his past, or things he did when he was on the airplane, like movies and things. Like last time we touched on a lot of that. So this is just, I think that he's coming by to just sort of give us some extra little advice, a little add-on from what it was that he brought up before. So yeah, what else is it that you've got to share with us? Okay, yes, we just want to touch on a little bit more of, yeah, love each other, unite with each other, collectively we've got to come together, he's saying. He's talking about standing together is stronger than standing alone. So yeah, he's bringing up the I know he showed me this last time, and he mentioned this last time, but yeah, the United Colours of Benetton adverts. So he's talking about basically all, you know, races stand together. You know, people of all sexual orientation standing together. So yeah, being a loving family, because weirdly enough he's actually shown me the sitcom of Will and Grace. So yeah, they were kind of like, you know, quite close knit and obviously, you know, loyal to each other and loving to each other. Like a little family unit. So he's kind of saying that yeah, collectively we should all aim to be on the same page. I know that sounds like a really big ask, but you know, he's just talking about in terms of, you know, what would be beneficial for the world, for the population, for the collective, he's saying. He's just showing me saying pray for the world, pray for healing, come together, be strong, be united. Okay, so he's showing me some images again now, and let me just ask him to break it down to let me know what it is that means. Okay, so he's showing me like a little boat in the water. It's like rocking, but what he's saying is, yeah, don't be part of the sinking ship. Move forward. Move forward towards okay. So he's just giving me random words now, so let me just try and figure out what he's saying. So he's saying move forward in bringing to fruition creation. Okay, you need to. He's giving me words so that I'm having to piece them together and figure them out now. So if you can just try and talk into sentences again, that'd be a little bit better. But for now, yeah. So basically, what he's talking about is for humanity. Let's stand together and collectively, because we can move forward and create what it is that we need to do to keep humanity going for as long as possible, he's saying. So yeah, he's talking about us together we're stronger, but we're also creative beings. So if collectively we unite, we stand together, we'll be able to create, use our creativeness to bring forth positive changes, but also as we move forward to manifest better changes and what it is that we want for the earth together. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is that we are as creative beings, and we can manifest and bring things to fruition. And of course, on a collective level, it's going to be a lot better if we all join together and kind of do that, because what's transpiring, what's being manifested now, it's not the path that we want to take. it's not the direction we want to go in. I think we can all agree on that, you know, things are just transpiring, just getting worse, there's bad news everywhere, you know, there's a lot going on. So he wants to touch on that. Okay, so let's see what else you want to say. We finished on that topic, or did you want to carry on with that? So now he's just saying indulge in your passion. Spend time alone. Spend time taking care of yourself. He's saying spend time with others, those you love, and assist others. Be loving and kind to others, but he is advising that, yeah, you know, spend time as well to recharge, to spend time alone, to okay, yeah, he's saying spend time alone. So he's talking about meditation, but not necessarily, you don't always have to meditate, but yeah, going out, spending that time on your own to expand your consciousness. And he's saying that, you know, expand your awareness to a level where you come to an understanding of not just being aware of what's going on, but an understanding of the self. So you understand yourself a lot more by going inwards and developing an awareness for key things that's going to relate to yourself, that's going to facilitate your own healing. These things are going to be needed. These things are going to be important as the world moves on and the world moves forward. People are going to be looking for alternative ways to tend to themselves, for healing purposes, for general healthcare purposes. So he's saying that it's key that we start to move forward, look at alternatives, develop ways of natural healing. So these are things more we want to bring into the future, he's saying. There will be a wave of these things ushered in. A lot of people are participating in these practices now on the planet, he's saying, and they will continue to do so. Yeah, so he's talking about more natural methods coming in, hands-on healing, Reiki healing, just other forms of healing, acupuncture, breathing exercises, exercise, nature, yoga. So yeah, he's just showing me, like, you know, different things, strengthening of the body. So these are things that are going to start to be taken more seriously. A lot more people are going to be coming around to using those methods now. He's saying not right now necessarily because they have to, but because they want to, because they're seeing things transpiring and they're moving towards, and what he's saying, a new era. So a lot of people are wanting to start to take matters into their own hands rather than rely on others who they may feel don't necessarily have the best interest at heart. So yeah, he's saying that he's talking about there's going to be like a lot more sort of alternatives. People are going to be exploring other ways. People are going to be exploring alternatives. People are going to be turning to other methods, turning to each other. So he's talking about facilitate each other. So Okay, so yeah, he's talking about he's saying bartering and rendering of services. So I think he's talking about doing things for one another in exchange. Yes, if you know somebody who, you know, can do certain things in those areas, healing practices, he's saying, alternative medicines, alternative therapies, that you, when you know somebody who can do something like that, and then he's talking about, yeah, so he's saying in exchange, so in return, you know, you could perhaps do something for somebody like that, and then, you know, in return for that, you can do something for them. Say, like, you know, give someone a reading. Okay. Okay, so yeah, weirdly enough, it's actually there's something before. Actually, I had some trouble with the first Patrick Swayze video that I did that put up, yeah, but I'll explain that again in a future video. I don't really want to break the flow of this. This what I was feeling like this when he was talking about and Prince is bringing up now is thyroid issues. So yeah, he's bringing that up. Okay, it's enough now. So what do you want to say about that? Okay, so yeah, he's talking about that, and this is something as well that Patrick did touch on. He's talking about he's talking about a lot of fast food joints, foods such as that. A lot of the foods now, yeah, are contributing to thyroid issues. A lot of people are getting thyroid issues now, and that's one of the things that's causing a lot of this in people. There's so many different things now, so many different conditions that everyone's getting now that, you know, we didn't obviously have around many, you know, years ago, or even a few years back. Things are just rife left, right and centre, aren't they? People are developing this, everyone's suffering from that, and getting this. So yeah, but he's definitely bringing that up, and he's not the first. Yeah, Patrick Swayze definitely touched on this fact. Patrick Swayze said this wasn't the issue with him, but a lot of the famous fast food restaurants can also contribute to people getting cancers. But yeah, he definitely mentioned the thyroid issue. Yeah, so he's just saying contributing factors to the health. Okay, so he's mentioning let me just check, what foods is it? What is it that you say? He's saying nuts and herbs. He's showing me like herbs, like yeah, parsley it is. He's saying nuts. Raisins, nuts, raisins, parsley, coriander, yeah, things like that. Different herbs, dill, rosemary. Sorry for all the coughing. It sometimes happens when they're talking about certain things. You just feel it'll go in a sec. So yeah, he's talking about health treatments, yeah, natural teas. One in particular, he's mentioned nettle tea. Water, lemon, mint teas, natural mint. He showed me, he showed me as in herbs, natural mint. He's not necessarily showing me the tea bags. Make your own things where possible. Okay, I think he's got some things to say on that. I think he's got some things to say on all the vegan, plant-based, which of course we all are seeing everywhere now, and it's all sort of like supposedly health food, healthy. If someone's got plant-based or vegan on it, it's automatically assumed that it's healthy, and of course it's not. A lot of it's nonsense. Convenient foods, still. So he's shown me those words, so let's just see what it is that he's got to say on that. Okay, so okay, let me just get clear what he's saying. So yeah, what he's saying first of all is he's saying he's saying true veganism is it can be daunting, and it can be a task. So he's talking about which it is. I mean, I'm vegetarian, and where possible I don't eat dairy. I wouldn't say I don't necessarily say I'm vegan, because I still have honey. Apparently avocados aren't vegan, but I eat avocados. I also ate something else, another vegetable wasn't vegan or whatever. So yeah, but I have honey. So yeah, whatever. I don't do dairy where possible, and I don't eat meat. But there is times when sometimes you're making stuff, and it takes preparation. It takes longer, different ingredients. Obviously there's some quick things, but yeah, I see what he's saying. He's saying like true veganism is making things from scratch. There's preparation, there's washing the stuff, there's chopping, there's all that kind of stuff. So he's saying it can be a task, but it can be done. And going back to those ways is healthier, because there's a lot of things, which you all know, there's a lot of things in foods right now that's not beneficial to our health. So yeah, he's just pointing out to just be mindful, just be careful of what it is you're actually getting, just because something says on it, or vegan, or plant, what is the definition of plant? It's like plant-based is a hell of a lot more than just a word on a fast food meal, with or even like something in the shops with a load of different ingredients added to it that you don't even know. So what else have you got to say about that? And you're going to go into a little more of that. Okay, so yeah, I'm not even sure. I have to be careful, obviously, what I say and what I mention. But the fast food place with the yellow letter M. He's shown me that, and he's being like, and he's talking about the plant-based menu and places like that. He's just like no. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily think that you see that type of place, and you're just like, no, that's not even healthy. That is not the definition of health food. Yeah, so he's saying look up, do your research about what's beneficial to you, and beneficial nutrients, vitamins, diet, review your okay, let me just get this right what he's saying. He's touching on prescriptions. So what does he want to say about that? Okay, so yeah, just review any prescribed, anything that's being prescribed, just review it. Yeah, sometimes there's a tendency to be like, well, take this, take that, take this, take that. So he's just saying, just review it. He's not suggesting anyone just comes off certain things. You know, if you need them, continue to take them. What he is just saying is just be mindful, just be aware, and just review it yourself. You know, what is it you think? And that's what he's talking about when he's, you know, talking about intuition, you know, coming into play. We are blessed with a bunch of tools like that, where we can, you know, not just blindly go with what somebody else tells us to do and then, you know, just do it, but also just see if that feels right to yourself. You know, and if you get a good feeling that something's wrong, then obviously, you know, look for other ways that you can perhaps manage that. If you need something, continue to take it, as I say, but just, again, just be aware of what it is that you're being given, being told to do, the advice you're being asked to take, things like that. So always weigh everything up. Don't just go with one, and don't just go, okay, I don't need that now, and, you know, chuck it away. Just have an overall review of what it is that's going on, your own health. And of course, different things work for different people. So what works for one, what's beneficial for one, there's never a one size fits all remedy for a condition or an illness. Certain things can work for each of us. Someone's body may respond great to that, and someone else's body may not respond so well to something else. So again, all these things, you know, come into play when we're dealing with our own health. So what else do you want to say? What else do you want to touch on? You finished with that, or do you want to continue? Okay, so I think he's finishing up, but he's just saying regardless of race, regardless of gender, we should all strive to be more loving, more kind to one another, more supportive, more helpful, more supportive. Said that, didn't I? And so he's saying take a genuine interest in each other. He's saying when somebody needs help, take it upon yourself to ask. Do people need any further help? Assist people where possible. Just even if there's one point in your day where you can just do something for somebody else, something as simple as something as simple as buying somebody a cup of coffee, and perhaps maybe it's somebody, you know, who's homeless, or, you know, sitting in the street, or paying for somebody's coffee, or just helping someone else in some way, even if you do that, because what he's saying is that creates okay, let me just see what he's trying to say. He's saying that creates a layer of energy that you're putting out there. I know he's sort of saying about positive energy. That's kind of like creates good energy, so that's putting out positive energy there. But I just want to see what it is that he's going to say about that. Because he's showing me like I think about flying around. So okay, so he's saying, okay, So yeah, so he's saying it's like having wings, you can fly around, so you get around faster than if you're walking. So he's just talking about, yeah, so he's basically just talking about the positive energy flowing. It's ongoing, yeah, of act of kindness. The energy that you're putting out there, you're creating good energy, and it's flowing, and it's getting out there quicker, and it's like it's flying around. So yeah, you're adding good energy to the so to the vibration on earth. You're putting good energy out there, and it'll spread a lot quicker. So that's what we need. He's saying what he's calling it, yeah, that is what we need now. Symptoms of kindness. He's saying that's the kind of symptoms we want, you know. What really symptoms? Kindness. It's lovingness. I don't know, but loving kindness, guidance, support, connections. He's saying, being there for one another, helping one another, connecting with each other, staying united together, contributing more to the world. He's saying, be the change that you want to see. Okay, so we say, yeah, he's saying, you show me certain things now, and it's again, you've got to be careful with this word, so that's why I'm not going to say it. So but he's talking about the little people. So he's saying, bring forth the change that you want to see for the little people of our world, you know, in terms of little people that we bear. Okay, so let me just figure out what it is that he's showing me, or why he's showing me little people. Okay, so yeah, what he's saying is the future is theirs, the present is ours, and what we do with it makes a difference, and will contribute for a better start, a better continuation for them. Okay, what else we got to say on that? We've got to start bringing forth better change for the world, because there's certain things that need to be highlighted, and only then will we start to see change. Only then will we start to see change for the future, in regards to the little people. Is there anything else you want to say on that? Or no? Okay, just hold on, just if you just stay there for a little minute. Okay, yeah, that's all. It was just it's come up to like an hour now, so yeah, I thought it was actually going to be a much quicker video, but it's gone really fast. But yeah, he just wanted to come in and touch on some key points and pick up where he left off from last time. I know he's gone over a few of the things, but a little bit different tonight from what he said before, but yeah, kind of like on the same theme. So again, some really good points, some things for us to sort of like be mindful of, to be aware of, to remember. And yet again, he's doing the same thing. It's again saying, peace out. This is like his little sign-off sign. So yeah, that's it from me today. Regarding my other videos to do with Patrick and Jimmy, as I say, I'll explain them in another future video. We've got somebody else coming up this week, and that is again someone who we've done previously but not in a while, and he gave some really good advice last time as well about what it is that we can all be doing, and that was George Michael. So he's going to be up next. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to comment, just go by and say hello if you wish, let me know what you think. The video resonates, if you like the advice, anything like that. But yeah, thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and it is Wednesday tomorrow, so yeah, hope you have a happy Wednesday and enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.